I mentioned Brad Cabana's name so much this morning that when he calls up, as he has done, we certainly have to accord him the time. Now, I know he was on yesterday with my colleague Paddy. Brad, are you there, sir?
I'm here.
Okay, go ahead with your points.
Well, I mean, I'm calling in because, first of all, yesterday, your show phoned me in and I wasn't available, so I thought I would call Dave.
Yeah, we wanted your reaction in a timely fashion to what was going on, and then, of course, you talked to Paddy. Well, that was good. I mean, that's why we're here, so that you, at the convenience. But go ahead, any new points you have, go ahead and make them now.
I guess there's been a lot of made about public outreach for donations. Mm-hmm. I just want you to know, and your listeners to know, that really I'm not involved with that at all. And so I really have no, influence over what's going on with that.
Sorry, what'd you say? You're not requesting funds.
No, I never said that.
What is it you're saying, sir? Sorry.
I said that I'm not involved with it. In other words, it's going on, while I'm working on the appeal. So it's not something I'm involved with.
What do you mean? Are you soliciting, or somebody on your behalf soliciting funds to pay the costs that you've accrued as a result of your court action, or not? What's the situation?
Somebody on my behalf is. I am.
Somebody on your behalf is. So that's the same as you doing it. I mean, somebody acting as your agent is the same as you, right?
Okay, if you want to put it that way.
Well, yeah, there's no other way to put it, Brad. Sorry, I don't mean to be a stickler or split hairs, but if you're busily working on your appeal or whatever it is, and somebody on your behalf is raising money, it's kind of disingenuous for anyone to say, well, I'm not doing it, somebody else is. I mean, it's an appeal for you.
Bill, I'm trying to give a clarification.
Okay, go ahead.
While somebody else is raising money on my behalf, I am busy working on the actual appeal.
Yeah.
And, that's the only point I'm trying to make. I'm not trying to get into it.
Who's raising money on your behalf? Is it an organization?
No, it's individuals, just supporters, which I appreciate. And I think that
They're doing it with your permission and with your encouragement, though, are they?
They're doing it with of course they are, sure.
Okay. When you say of course they are, having said that you're not doing it, somebody else is, now you say of course. So it's either one or the other.
I'm trying to say, if you'll let me speak.
Go ahead and speak, Brad.
Is that I am not personally directly involved with it. It is the idea of other people, primarily from the social media, and it is other people who are doing it on my behalf.
Yeah, do you have an organization set up?
No, there's no.
So what is it people are doing?
Well, I mean, people are putting out requests for funds,
So what do they say? If I wanted to give you $10,000 to pursue your legal matters, and pay for past costs that might be awarded against you, what would I do?
Go to it's an internet fundraising organization called GoFundMe.
You think? Or do you know?
Yeah, I'm not really, like I said, Bill, I'm not really involved.
Well, listen, Brad, let me give you a little bit of free legal advice.
Writing the appeal.
You better get on top of this, because if somebody defrauds anybody out there, I'm not saying they would, but if anyone defrauds somebody out there and they're doing it with your encouragement, you could be in worse trouble than you are now, my friend.
Well, I don't think I'm in trouble. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to address an issue of public importance on behalf of myself and also the people in Newfoundland regarding the Lower Churchill development. I am writing an appeal, and I expect that appeal may well be successful. So I'm not considering myself in trouble. No.
I mean, when I said that, I meant to say you have your challenges now, you have your difficulties now, you need money in order to carry on now. But if somebody acting on your behalf does something illegal or untoward, you could be in trouble yourself. That's the point I'm making.
Well, let me clarify. I don't need money right now. It's people who think that I shouldn't have to be, and my wife and family shouldn't have to be supporting the cause all by ourselves.
You don't need, so what is it? Are you raising money that you need, or are you not raising money?
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, I heard you, but I don't understand it, Brad. Well, I don't understand what you're saying.
Well, let me put it to you this way again.
Okay.
It is money that people think that should be contributed towards me and my family to help us offset the costs. But it is not money that myself or my family need to carry on the fight.
Okay, if I send you $10,000, I'm not saying I'm inclined to do that, but if I were to send $10,000 to help you in your legal costs, where would the money go?
It would go to me and my family to help offset the costs that we've already put out.
Go to you and your family.
My family and I we've already spent in the vicinity now around $35,000 of our own funds.
Are you issuing income tax receipts?
No, just donations, gifts, if you will.
Okay, I think I'll withdraw my $10,000 offer, if you don't mind. I'm not really clear or sure or certain about making that donation.
To me, Bill, this is a real kind of a red herring to me. This is the important issue to me, Bill, is fighting the lower truth.
Well, if
people don't get hurt.
If it's causing you difficulty, you should tell the people who are raising money on your behalf, please stop.
Oh, it's not causing me any difficulty at all.
Oh.
I just think it's a red herring to the real issue, which is stopping the Muskrat Falls project before the people in the province are irreparably hurt. If
Nalcor proceeds now with its demand for costs, their legal costs, and it costs you $30,000, $50,000, what's going to happen then?
Well, both Nalcor and the government have made it abundantly clear that that's what they intend to do. They're both government organizations, and there is the Supreme Court of British Columbia ruled that fees and impositions imposed on litigators, especially on constitutional matters by governments, are unconstitutional. So, that will be a part of my appeal. But don't forget there's an appeal coming.
Yeah.
And that appeal, if successful, will wipe out any costs and may in turn award costs to myself.
So there's an appeal coming to the Court of Appeal here, provincially, in Newfoundland, right. And then, no doubt, if you win that, no doubt the powerful agencies you're talking about will then proceed to the Supreme Court of Canada. Are you prepared for all of this? This is a massive undertaking.
If I'm successful in my appeal, as my appeal is designed, it will result in a complete retrial in the provincial Supreme Court of the matter. It won't directly go to the Supreme Court of Canada.
Okay. Why, just as a matter of curiosity, Brad, why wouldn't you have set up an organization to, with yourself in it, to pursue this important issue you consider to be important, set up these supporters you say you have into some sort of an organization to raise legal fees before the case, before the fact, and, to proceed to court, get yourself an experienced expert lawyer in the field, and let him or her assist you with this and proceed and have money raised to pay for legal fees and court costs that may be awarded against you. Why wouldn't you take that route? Well,
basically time. The project was marching on. This action was initiated back in November of 2012, before the sanction process. And it was all about time and the urgency. And so there was no time to set up an organization, raise funds, hire a lawyer, and all the rest. There just wasn't any time.
All right.
So to be effective, we had to do it, as is.
All right. Well, it's a very important and let me see, controversial issue for sure. Keep us posted on anything that develops or doesn't develop on it. And when you get this fundraising effort more rationalized, for want of a better word, let us know what you're doing, will you?
Yeah, sure. The appeal will be filed by Monday at the latest. So, that will be the next occurrence. And do I have time to say one last thing?
Sure, go ahead.
I haven't looked very much, but I had the odd glance at the VOCM comments and so forth about, the fact that I should probably head back to Saskatchewan and yada, 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 and I have no business having any say in the province, and who do I think I am, and all the rest of that BS.
You don't pay any attention to that, do you?
I don't, but I will say I find it ironic when one idiot in Alberta writes a letter to the editor about Newfoundland that he obviously has no clue of, and everyone gets in a fuss. But I have 30 or 40 or 50 people at any given day saying or writing or on the show saying that I have no place here, I should shut up, and I should go back to where I came from, and the rest of it. I think Newfoundlanders better, sort of look at themselves too, and understand that.
You're not saying all Newfoundlanders
have a place to put, and we all have something to give.
You're not attributing the statements of some low life to all Newfoundlanders in that regard, are you? Because I
can say that I've seen. No, of course I'm not saying all Newfoundlanders.
Well, you just said Newfoundlanders should. So,
if you let me finish, Bill, I'm saying
you say things that demand a response. Sorry, Brad, for butting in, but they do demand a response or a clarification. But listen, I'll tell you what. Finish up in a few seconds now and call back later on this week if you would like to, if there's something else you'd like to say.
I simply want to say that if that applies to you as a Newfoundlander, then you need to reflect on that. If it doesn't apply to you as a Newfoundlander, then there's no worries.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Nice talking to you. Call again. Bye-bye.